Welcome to a journey through ancient Rome, a city not only built on military conquests and architectural feats, but also on the deep, enduring philosophy of Stoicism. This story reveals how Stoic philosophers didn't just shape personal lives. They laid the foundation for the principles, laws, and leadership that built one of the most powerful empires in history. From their teachings on virtue and justice to their influence on Rome's most iconic leaders, we'll explore how Stoicism played an integral role in Rome's rise to greatness. Let's begin by setting the stage for Stoicism in the Roman world. 1. The emergence of Stoicism in Rome in the bustling, ever-expanding city of Rome around the 2nd century BCE. The teachings of Stoicism arrived from Greece, a philosophical movement founded by Zeno of Citium. Though born in the city of Athens, it was in Rome that Stoicism found its greatest application, not only in private life, but in the halls of political power and on the battlefields of empire. Stoicism taught that the universe is governed by reason, and that virtue, living in accordance with nature and reason, was the highest good. These teachings deeply resonated with Roman values of duty, honor, and discipline. Stoicism emphasized the importance of individual responsibility, self-control, and serving the greater good, which fits seamlessly into the Roman ethos. Rome's leaders, generals, and statesmen adopted Stoic principles not just as personal philosophies, but as guiding frameworks for their public duties. As we explore how Stoic philosophy helped build Rome, we must look at some of the key figures who lived and breathed this philosophy, influencing the empire in profound ways. 2. Cato the Younger, Stoicism's unyielding champion. Our story begins with Cato the Younger, a man whose life encapsulated the Stoic ideal of steadfast virtue in the face of adversity. Born into a wealthy and influential family, Cato was raised in a time of immense political turmoil. His life was marked by his opposition to Julius Caesar and the growing trend toward autocracy. But more than a political figure, Cato was a moral symbol, a Stoic through and through who believed in the Republic and its values above all else. Cato refused to compromise his ideals, even when it could have benefited him personally. His Stoicism made him resistant to the lure of power, wealth, and comfort. He practiced what the Stoics called apatheia, freedom from passion, and cultivated inner peace by focusing on what he could control and accepting what he couldn't. Cato's ultimate defiance came when he chose to die by his own hand rather than live under Caesar's rule. His death became a powerful statement that personal integrity and virtue were more important than life itself. But Cato's influence did not die with him. His unwavering commitment to Stoic values reverberated throughout Rome, inspiring future leaders to uphold virtue in their decision-making processes. His life became an example of how Stoicism could shape not only personal character, but also the moral fabric of the Republic. 3. Seneca, the philosopher in the emperor's court. In stark contrast to Cato's public defiance, Seneca the Younger was a Stoic philosopher who operated from within the corridors of power. As an advisor to the infamous Emperor Nero, Seneca walked a tightrope between philosophical ideals and political realities. Yet his works became some of the most important texts on Stoicism, shaping the minds of both the elite and the common people. Seneca's writings on topics like anger, resilience, and the fleeting nature of power gave the Romans tools to navigate the complexities of their lives. He advised that true happiness came not from wealth or fame, but from a calm and rational mind, able to withstand life's challenges. He argued that wealth and influence were indifferent. They did not bring virtue, nor did they corrupt it unless one allowed them to. His belief that wisdom comes from understanding and accepting fate resonated with Romans, especially those navigating the turbulent political landscape of the empire. But Seneca's most enduring contribution was his emphasis on mercy and justice as fundamental Stoic virtues, ideas that seeped into the legal system and governance of Rome. Even as Nero's reign became increasingly tyrannical, Seneca's writings urged the importance of leading with fairness, of governing for the common good, not personal gain. Seneca's influence on Rome was far-reaching. His philosophical letters and essays guided leaders in their conduct and helped shape an empire that, despite its faults, valued wisdom, moderation, and service to the greater good. 4. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor. While Seneca may have advised from the shadows, Marcus Aurelius, Rome's philosopher-emperor, brought Stoic principles to the forefront of leadership. His reign marked a golden era for Stoicism, where the ruler himself embodied the philosophy. Known today for his personal reflections and meditations, Marcus Aurelius wasn't just a thinker. He was a man of action who applied Stoic values to every decision he made as emperor. Marcus believed that as emperor, he was a servant of the Roman people, not their master. He constantly reminded himself that power was temporary and that his duty was to act in harmony with the common good. His Stoic teachings emphasized patience, humility, and compassion, qualities rarely seen in the absolute rulers of the time. He ruled during times of plague, war, and internal strife, and yet he maintained a steady, rational course. His Stoic belief that one should not be swayed by external circumstances, but should instead focus on maintaining virtue, allowed him to navigate the empire through some of its most challenging years. Even in the face of personal tragedy, including the deaths of several of his children, Marcus Aurelius remained a model of Stoic resilience. Under his leadership, Rome not only survived, it flourished. Marcus Aurelius demonstrated how Stoicism could guide an entire empire, helping it thrive under the principles of wisdom, justice, and service to others. 5. Stoicism's enduring legacy in Roman law and society beyond individual leaders. Stoicism also found its way into the laws and societal structures of Rome. The Stoic emphasis on justice, equality, and duty influenced the development of Roman law, especially in the creation of the jus gentium, or the law of nations. This body of law sought to apply universal principles of fairness and rationality to legal disputes, principles that would later inform much of Western legal thought. The Stoic idea that all humans possess a spark of divine reason helped shape Rome's approach to governance and its treatment of conquered peoples. Stoicism taught that regardless of one's status, whether a citizen, a slave, or a foreigner, everyone had a duty to live virtuously, and every person was part of the same human community. This concept of universal brotherhood helped Rome transition from a republic to an empire that integrated various cultures and peoples under one law. Even in military life, Stoicism provided a framework for discipline and duty. Roman soldiers were expected to exhibit Stoic virtues like endurance, resilience, and the ability to face hardship without complaint. This Stoic mindset was key to Rome's military success and its ability to maintain order across vast territories. 6. Stoicism in the fall of Rome, a philosophy of endurance. As the Roman Empire began to crumble, Stoicism provided a philosophical foundation for those trying to understand and cope with the decline. Figures like Boethius, who was influenced by Stoic teachings, grappled with questions of fate, justice, and suffering. His works, The Consolation of Philosophy, became one of the most influential texts of the medieval period, reminding people that while empires rise and fall, virtue and wisdom remain eternal. The fall of Rome was a time of great upheaval, but Stoicism offered a source of solace and strength. The Stoic belief that one must focus on what is within one's control while accepting what is beyond it allowed many to navigate the chaos with dignity and inner peace. While Rome's physical structures crumbled, the Stoic ideals that had shaped its culture continued to influence the world for centuries to come. The Stoic blueprint for Rome wasn't just built with stone and steel. It was built with the wisdom of Stoic philosophers, whose teachings permeated every aspect of life, from leadership to law, from the battlefield to the home. Stoicism's legacy in Rome is a testament to the power of philosophy to shape civilizations, guiding them toward justice, resilience, and the common good. While Rome may no longer stand as it once did, the Stoic virtues of courage, wisdom, and service continue to inspire individuals and leaders alike. The Stoic philosophers may not have laid the physical bricks of Rome, but they laid the moral and intellectual foundations upon which its greatness was built.